I'm JP. I'm fixing to perform the coupling system for you. Alright, right here we're going to start with my air lines, electrical lines connected to the back of the truck. The red is my emergency line, the blue is my service line, the green is my electrical line. What I'm doing is I'm going to talk about the condition of my air lines. They're not dry rotted, cracked, or split, or leaking any air. The coating of my electrical line is not dry rotted, cracked, or split, exposing any wire, that way it don't short out. I would unplug my pigtail to check my prongs to make sure my prongs are not bent, loose, broken, no green corrosion in there. That way when I plug it back in, it's making a good contact. Then I'm gonna lock this locking flap over it to make sure that the locking flap is secured over my pigtail. That way it don't come loose when I'm making turns. My air lines, electrical lines are not touching my catwalk. On this end right here, I would remove my glad hands to check my rubber seal, to make sure my rubber seal or grommet is not dry rotted, cracked, or split, rolled, cut, or torn. That way when I hook it back up, it seals off and it don't leak. My air lines are not secured to my glad hands. They're not dry rotted, cracked, or split on this end. We don't have to say the colors this time because we already did, so that way we just make sure they're sealed and not leaking on this end. My pigtail, my electrical line is not dry rotted, cracked, or split, exposing any wire, that way it don't short out. I would remove my pigtail to check my prongs. When I check my prongs, I'm making sure they're all there, they're not missing, they're not bent, loose, no green corrosion in there, that way when I plug my pigtail back in, it's making a good contact. Then I'm going to make sure that my locking flap is locked and secured over my pigtail. This way it don't come loose when I'm making turns. On this right here, it's like number 3 is identifying what kind of fifth wheel system I have. On this one right here is a sliding fifth wheel system because it's got an air line running to a cylinder that controls my locking pins. Make sure that my locking pins are fully engaged and they clear the hole. That way the fifth wheel don't move when I'm going up and down the road. My fifth wheel track is not bent, warped, cracked, or broken, free of debris. You know what I'm saying? That way it can slide back and forth, my fifth wheel slide. My mounting bolts. Number 4, my mounting bolts. All these are mounting bolts. As you can see, all the way down through here, the mounting bolts. I'll make sure that my mounting bolts are mounted and secured to the truck, the fifth wheel, frame. I'm gonna make sure they're not missing. Make sure no shiny metal, no metal shavings, no space between my lug nut, not my lug nuts, I'm sorry. No space between my mounting bolts and the frame of my truck. That can indicate a loose mounting bolt or a cross thread. My lower platform and my upper platform are mounted and secured with a rolling pin, with a bolt and a nut that allows my platform to tilt freely for when I'm hooking up to a trailer. My release handle is pushed into the locking position. It's not bent, cracked, or broken, no physical damage to it, and it is equipped with a safety latch. See that safety latch right there? You gotta move that out of the way before you can pull it. My skid plate, on the very top of my fifth wheel, the skid plate, that's for scooping up a trailer, so I'm gonna make sure that my skid plate is greased, no shiny metal, no holes in it, it's not wore out, it's in good shape, no obvious signs of damage. My apron is mounted secure at the bottom of the trailer. It's not bent, cracked, or broken, no illegal welds, no physical damage to it, and it's also got grease on it. That way it don't bite and grab when I'm making turns. All right, now I'm gonna get up under the trailer. Look up at my kingpin. My kingpin is mounted secured to the apron. It's not bent to the left or bent to the right. It's not wore out. It's got grease on it. That way it swivels when I make turns. It don't bite and grab. And then my locking jaw is locked and secured around the shank of my kingpin. And it's not bent up or bent down. It's not cracked or broken. No illegal welds. And it also got grease on it. Then I'm going to come around here and look at the gap between my apron and my skid plate. I don't see no gap right there. I don't see no daylight. That way, if there's daylight right there, it means I'm coupled incorrectly, or I got a suspension problem, like a flat tire or a blowed airbag or something's wrong. I need to drop the trailer, recouple up, and check it out and make sure that